Hello everybody. Today is my last morning dog sitting for you and you. Dante. Hi. Aw, good boy. It's Friday morning for context. I'm in a tank top because I've been running around. I'm doing laundry. I got like 5 hours of sleep, so I took a nap. I've like cleaned the bathroom. I've swept the floors. I'm still packing up my things. It sucks that it's raining, but my original plan was over the course of 2 days to kind of low-key do a 48-hour readathon of reading Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. But now, because I'm in a reading slump, I don't have the motivation to pick up any books. I've been trying to read The Idiot by Elif Batuman, which is a book that I'm reading for another video. So obviously that's getting quite delayed, and it sucks because I was ahead on uploads, but now because of this I haven't been able to work on any reading vlogs. So I still do want to read Iron Flame. I think this is the book that's going to get me out of the reading slump, but instead of it being like an Iron Flame reading vlog and it being like, oh, my life with dogs, it's gonna be a help me get out of my reading slump, things that are working for me. I haven't had a slump this hard in a bit. My last 3 reads have all been 2 stars. One of them was 2.5, but same difference. So I really just feel down. I've read nothing more than 20 pages a day, which really sucks. I think yesterday I read 4. My laptop's been nice to have here. I started to watch Tacoma FD, and then I also started watching Griselda. So that's kind of been my show. Let's go throw the laundry into the dryer and then finish packing right now. It's been almost a week since I filmed the last clip for this, and I haven't read Iron Flame yet. I'm still in my reading slump, but I thought today's the day. Today's my day off. I'm gonna hunker down. It's already 5:36 p.m., but now's a good time as any to read. This is the edition that I have. I think it's like a normal edition. My sister gave it to me. The book end pages are maps, that's what it is. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a dedicated Iron Flame vlog, because depending on like how this is going to go, if this is going to actually help me get out of my reading slump. My friend who put me onto the series, Natsu, told me that I should just start Iron Flame. It is going to help me get out of my reading slump, and so I'm here for it. This is almost 600 pages, so we'll see. The helpful thing is that I have been reading a little bit more. I just have not been reading at home. So I like to read on my commute, so I've been reading the other book that's been putting me in a reading slump that I'm reading for another vlog. So this is me actually in my room, and I'm going to read. I think that's like a step forward in itself, the mood to want to read, to create an environment in which I want to read. I think maybe I will put on a read with me video with no music on YouTube. It feels like I'm reading in a group. It's not necessarily a peer pressure type of way, but a peer pressure type of way to read, and we're gonna start Iron Flame. I'm so freaking excited actually, which is motivating me. It makes me feel better because I'm 5 books behind on my Goodreads goal. It's a little bit daunting. I've never been behind so early in the year, so I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna read. had dinner. I gave myself a little bit of a break and I started a new show called The Inmate. Finished the limited series Griselda. I kind of still wanted a Spanish show, so I added a bunch off of Netflix and I started that one. I've read a little over 50 pages now, so I feel really good. I definitely have been thrown back into this world. I don't want to give too much away. If I do talk about spoilers, I will obviously add a disclaimer, but this is the second book after Fourth Wing, if you didn't know. Violet is now entering her second year and she's about to like begin the real training. She was really just trying to survive her first year. I don't really know what this one's supposed to be about, what I can say about it without giving away what goes on in the first one, but she's going to be spending her second year there. I've heard different things about this series, whether it's going to be a trilogy or there's going to be 5 books, because from what I understand, this school only has 3 years. It makes sense for it to be a trilogy, but also makes sense for her to continue and see how she does in the rest of the world as like an actual writer. So far, so good though. I wanted to read at least 100 pages, and the chapter didn't actually end until page 108, but it was kind of a good thing because I want to read more. I'm just about to start chapter 12, which is starting on page 109. I've read the little quote at the beginning, which is part of a letter that Xaden has written to Violet, and it's getting really cool. I definitely had a jaw-dropping moment of like how their year is going to go, because Violet has a lot more enemies now and a lot more powerful enemies. They're very different. This book is, I can tell already, is going to be even more jaw-dropping. My palms are going to be even more sweaty than they were during Fourth Wing. I'm already really loving it. I think now I want to get ready for bed just so that I could sleep at any moment while I continue to read. I'm not yet sure if I want to continue reading this one or the book that I'm doing for the other video that's actively putting me in a reading slump, but I feel good because I do want to continue reading. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I tried for like half an hour, couldn't, and I really want to get back to watching my show, The Inmates, but I know I should try to read. I was debating if I wanted to leave the house today. I'm like a total hermit, and maybe I'll go to the library because I do have a book to pick up. I haven't read yet today because I couldn't sleep last night. I read more, and I read over 160, actually closer to 170 pages of this yesterday. So I'm feeling really good, and another good feeling is that I want to pick up another book as well. I have a graphic novel on my shelf. I probably will talk more in depth about it for another mood reading vlog because that's why I have it. I mean, another themed reading vlog, but I'm in the mood to like actually read. I think I definitely would like to pick up more of this as well. I'm not really sure where I'm going to end this vlog because I feel like I'm already coming out of the slump, and I've literally just been literally just been a day. It literally just took me reading a book that I actually wanted to read. Right? It's all about her today. I'm out here looking like E.T., but I needed to change because I realized I had like a stain on my fucking crew neck, of course, right after I did laundry. I'm kind of in a graphic novel reading mood, and I have one out from the library for a different vlog that I'm doing, but I know that my sister also had volume 5 of Heartstopper, but I cannot find it on her shelf at all. Not with her other Heartstopper novel, so I don't know what to do. I obviously already have a graphic novel and I already have like Iron Flame to read, but I wanted to be able to talk about the book, which is why I kind of wanted to just save this for the actual vlog that I'm doing it for. Where the heck is it? On the other hand though, she has The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert that I did want to read, but I'm like debating, do I want to start another book when I already am in the middle of 2? Oh my god, don't mess with a dragon. Dragons do not answer to the whims of men. Colonel Kaori's Field Guide to the Dragonkind. Yeah, they fucking don't. I was productive and I filmed a video. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to start editing right away because I'm kind of in that zone, or if I want to read. That's a nice feeling. I did end up finally finishing a book. My thoughts will be in another video, which I will link, hopefully that once it's out pretty soon, since I do have all the books out from the library. I'm really glad I finally finished a book. It has been a while, and now I'm only 4 books behind, as you saw. I ended up finishing editing the whole video. I have it exported and scheduled to go up next week, which I'm very glad about. I really like the thumbnail, and I'm getting back to reading this before Coda comes home. I end up turning on the camera when I think a scene is getting really good, and I can tell already how intense this book is going to be in the rest of the series, and I just cannot wait. I'm feeling really good about reading this, and I'm just having a really great time. I really hate Varish, who is the villain of sorts at the moment, and it's kind of sad because he's basically preying and making an arch enemy out of someone who's like decades younger than he is. But he's very vindictive, he's very annoying, but he has a lot of power in making things very difficult for Violet. She has a handle on it so far. I really like Rhiannon, but her relationship with Violet, her friendship, is very strained at the moment because there's so much that Violet is unable to tell her, and it's so painful. Rhiannon is such a good friend that she's understanding and she's willing to be patient and wait, but she's still really hurting and she misses her friend a lot. The situation of Violet and Xaden at the moment is very complicated. He's showing a different side of himself than he is in Fourth Wing, and it's kind of really sweet to see his soft side, and I just love him even more. My friend told me that she really loves Bodhi, so I'm very excited to see like more of him because I feel like he plays a more important role. He's a lot closer to Violet now. My bookshelves. Love that. I've been reading a little bit of Iron Flame as I eat. I didn't get to read as much as I wanted to yesterday. First day I read over 160 pages, and then yesterday I only read like 33, which I'm trying not to feel too bad about because A, still really great that I want to read. B, I was productive. I filmed a whole video, I edited it, I completed everything that I needed to for it, and it's like all ready to go. So I'm trying to like take that as a win. I'm going to take a different book with me for my commute. I think that's like the best way to read that other book that's putting me in the slump. I feel like I know I should DNF it just for my mental health, and also because it's due at the library. But I think that being in a place where that's the only thing I'm able to read, and that's the one thing that I have to focus on, is going to be the best way for me to actually get myself to read it. I think maybe I'll start to get into a little bit of a spoilery bit, so I'll include this and then just skip ahead. I at the beginning was really rooting for Dane. I love like that childhood best friend type of trope. I was really rooting for him, but he ended up being like a real ass, and I totally understand what Violet is feeling. He really betrayed her trust by looking into all of her memories, and he turned his father onto her, and now she's like being targeted for death. So not cool, so not okay. He's acting like he didn't do anything wrong, or does he know that she doesn't know? I'm like kind of hoping that there's going to be some kind of turnaround for him and that he'll understand what's going on and then come to Violet's side, but he's so rooted in like the rules that I don't know if he will. Like, he's too loyal for him to change, so I don't really know. I think death would probably be the best thing for him. Rhea is totally my type of friend. Like, she's like the ultimate ride or die. She's telling Vi, I'll hate him on principle if that's what we're doing. No problem with that. Violet has been working on her shields, but literally on the same page that I just read from. Now Dane is telling Professor Emeterio that he wants to fight Violet. Her shields need to be up. There's gonna be so much touching. Dane is telling Vi as they're sparring, I just want to talk to you, he whispers, his face inches from mine, which would be really sweet if they were like into each other. But no, we hate Dane. We hate Dane. I'm getting like goosebumps. Oh, I really want Rye to know. I really want Rhea. Is it Rhiannon? Rhea. Oh, I really want her to know. She's such a good friend. She's telling her like a little bit, right? Like Dane's power, his signet, who's dead, but it's not her secret to tell. She can also kind of let her figure it out herself, and I know that she'll be loyal to her. I think if anything, Rhiannon stabbing Violet in the back would be the biggest shock. Is that gonna happen? And now there's so much reason to like Auric or Cam or whatever. Auric. Oh, Auric. There's been so little of him, and he's kind of like Vi's younger brother type of person that she's watching over. Reading this end of the chapter of 21, he's very honorable, and I admire that about him. I hope there's more about him. Good for him. I feel like I'm coming out of the reading slump, or I don't really know what's going on with this vlog, so I think this is just going to also be a coming out of my reading slump / Iron Flame reading vlog. I reached a point in this and I'm like shocked. So many things were happening at once that I wanted. The first thing happened and then I was like, oh, I need to update, and then I couldn't stop reading, and I was also eating, and I wanted to get ready for work. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of a spoilery part again. Skip through. How is Jack Barlow alive? First of all, now I'm thinking that something sus happened, and that did they bring him back from the dead? A little quote at the beginning for the chapter said menders and healers are different, and that they are bound to different codes. So healers are bound to the code of Crichton, sworn to aid all in time of need and never to harm a beating heart. Menders are riders. They're only sworn to the codex. They can easily bring harm as heal. So does that mean that Colonel Nolan has been forced into mending someone? Like, why? Why Jack? And also they went to look for him? I think that's weird. And that Caroline girl, sus. Or maybe she's like about to break and she doesn't actually want any of this to be happening either. I think a lot of that's sus. And then what's the other thing that happened? Xaden possibly was hurt, right? She fucking left. Violet left without getting leave, and turns out he was fine, and they had sex. My heart is breaking for Xaden because he truly loves him, and she knows that. But she says, I'm not ready to give him the words, the power that comes with them. I really love Xaden so much. I'm really scared about Jack. Like, is he actually himself? Did he actually get brought back from life? I know they said that they can't do something like that, but like, he was gone for months and they kept it a secret. His dragon kept it a secret from the other dragons. So that's what I mean. Like, something really sus is going on. And also, the four of them had their first interrogation, and Varish obviously tried to weaponize Dane to use it against her, but he like stood his ground, which I thought was sweet. Like, I think it's gonna be hard for me to like 100% hate Dane, because Dane, he doesn't really see what he did as wrong, yes, but he still really loves Violet in his own way, and he like really misses her, which he's like that small little inkling where she understands. My battery died on me, but the point is, I don't like Dane still, but I feel bad for him. Oh, I just came home. Oh, it's so hot in here. Today's plan is to finish this. Maybe like 70 pages, give or take. This is the plan for today. 70 pages is not that bad. I also have the place to myself right now, so I would like to film also, which is going to take out a chunk of my day. Right now, I'm obviously like really nearing the end. The quote at the beginning says, "We do not eat our allies." Taryn's personal addendum to the Book of Brennan, as quoted by Cadet Violet Sorrengail. I think this is where it shows a lot of their loyalty, yes, or like the Resistance's loyalty, but their honor and like their character. I'm a little bit afraid, but Violet discovered something, and so they're all like gearing up to head out. I don't know what's gonna happen, but they're all waiting for how many of them are going to be waiting for them. I still hate Cat. I definitely have the same thoughts of like, I love Fourth Wing a lot more, but I'm thinking that the third book is going to be a lot more exciting depending on how this book is going to end off. I will have more thoughts at the end. I heard it's a bit of a cliffhanger, so that's going to be annoying because the book isn't going to be coming out for a few months. I think it's supposed to be the end of this year. I will say that I do think that they should have taken their time with this. I can't believe that this was published in the same year as the first book. They should totally have left it, let people get more excited about Fourth Wing before releasing this, although as someone who discovered Fourth Wing later, it was really great to get right into the sequel, but I think they could have built up to it a lot more. I think that the third book launch is going to be absolutely bonkers as well. No. Oh my god. No. I'm texting with my friend right now about Iron Flame and how like now she has me on Reddit looking through theories on what Violet's second signet could be. I'm just gonna go into spoilers here because I'm talking with my friend right now. It makes sense to me that Xaden and Violet's second signets would like mirror each other or be paired, and so his is like a type of intrinsic, so people are saying that maybe hers could be like compulsion, making people do things, or other people are saying that it could be something about problem solving and strategy because she's like really good at deducing facts and is accurate usually. Apparently Rebecca Yarros has said that her second signet is already hinted in Iron Flame, so now I'm like, what could it be? I'm really excited for the third book, to say the least. My friend said that she cried for Violet's mom. I was like really confused about what was going on in the end, but I like had really mixed feelings about the mom. She did this for her child. There was a quote saying in her unsent correspondence with her husband, right, Violet's dad, "When I fall, it will be for one reason only, to protect our children." Maybe that's why she was so cold, to make them more tough, but I don't know. It just was weird seeing her as like a motherly figure. She definitely wasn't at all. I guess in the end you could see that there was love there, that she was doing things for her child. Still really enjoyed this, and like I said, I'm standing by my 4 stars. I feel really pumped up right now, like so out of this reading slump, that I am going to be starting another book soon, because it's like that weird time before, oh, I could start dinner, but I'm also like not quite hungry yet. I think this is gonna be the end of this video. It feels really good to finally be out of the reading slump. I feel like definitely a book that you know that you'll enjoy. I think a reread would also be a really great option as well, or an easy graphic novel, something that's quick and easy, maybe like a YA book, a kid's book. Typically when when I want to like clear my mind, I will do like a romance. But I think having something to focus on, a world that I already know within this fantasy, was really great for me as well. Now I have to wait so long for the next one, but I finally have another book down, and although I am quite behind on my Goodreads goal, I'm sure you can probably keep an eye out for a vlog of me reading to catch up on my Goodreads goal so early in the year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the series, what you think is going to happen, your thoughts on Iron Flame or even Fourth Wing. I will have linked the vlog in which I read Fourth Wing as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye!